Did you learn a lot in 2023? Well, I sure did, and I want to share those things with you. Here's 23 things I learned in 2023. Hello, magical fam. A lot happens in a year, doesn't it? Like learning a lot.
Like learning stuff?
Yeah, like learning stuff. I learned a lot this year, so I wanted to share 23 things that I learned in 2023. I want to share my experience with you, so hopefully it helps you in this next year, wherever you are on your journey. Number 1, how to put family first. This has been a topic that I have been working on for the past few years of how I can put my family first above everything. When I say family, it's just a few of us, but that's okay. I really value them as humans and as my family, and I really want to treasure the time that I have with them because no time is guaranteed for us. I want to learn how I can put them first in ways that help them feel loved and seen, like making room for activities for us to do throughout the year and especially at the holiday time. Being more communicative with texting and spending quality time together more often. Finally learning how to show them just how much I love them and just how special they are. 2, I am ready to try to find my community again. It was a really tough few years going through the pandemic. It felt very isolated, and also I moved back to a state I didn't really know anyone to begin with. The last time I really feel like I had my community was when I was living in Washington and I had a community of people in Canada. They were only an hour from me, which wasn't bad. The last time I had people that lived in the same place as me was back when I was living in Los Angeles. And that was 2014. That was a while ago. It's been really hard to find my place here and find my community. I'm really lucky because I have some built-in family connections with Nick, and they have grown to feel like my family and my community, and it feels like my little core here. But also, I feel like I'm just missing more community. I know it's here somewhere, it's got to be. There's a reason why I'm here, so they've got to be here too, right? After an isolating few years and a few rough relationships in those couple of years, I'm finally feeling more ready to open myself up to new people and build new friendships. We've even started doing Sunday brunches during the winter time to kind of open up our house as a friendly space for other people to come and hang out and get to know each other, and also just not to isolate during the winter when that's what we want to do here in Portland. We all just want to stay home, and we'll see each other when the springtime comes. But I know a lot of us feel really lonely when we do that. So I wanted to give us all a space to come together and get to know each other. 3, I am actually capable of more than I thought. You know, people tell you that all the time, but I've never really let myself see just how true that is. And in this last year, I realized that I really am capable of more. I can challenge myself and push myself and grow in ways that I've been wanting to for a long time, but just haven't had the courage to do so. And this year, I really did just that. I've made a lot of art this year. I even put some up on Society6 to sell.
What?
That is not something I thought I would do. I have been able to move through the self-doubt that really wanted to get the best of me, but I was able to fight it and come out victorious. Of course, the self-doubt is not completely gone, but I've learned to work around it because I don't want that to stop me. 4, self-doubt may never actually go away. You just have to get better at ignoring it. It's so wild to me that I have heard really successful people talk about the self-doubt that they still face, and I think to myself,
What? Are you crazy? You're one of the most successful people in the world and you still have self-doubt?
well, that's hopeful for me. Also, bummer that we never get over that self-doubt, perhaps, but that is hopeful that I can work past it and be successful in the ways that I want to. So I'm not letting self-doubt stop me anymore. In fact, I am doing my best in this next year to not even entertain those self-doubt thoughts. If they come into my mind, I do not want to feed them. I will just say,
Talk to the hand, because I don't care. I'm not listening.
5, I really don't have to do it alone. My mom and Nick have stuck by my side this whole time that we've been planning these businesses that we want to build and these adventures that we want to embark on. It's been really hard for me to bring them into the process because I've never done it before and ask them for help. They're constantly telling me, like, please, let me know when you need help. Let me know when you need encouragement, when you're having a hard time. If you need help with any of the work that you're doing. It's been really difficult up to this point to ask them for any of that help. I'm learning how to, finally. And that has felt really good to go through this process with the people I love. 6, I need to forget everything I've ever learned. We grow up and we are fed so many messages from so many different places of who we should be, how we should live our life, who we are as individuals. And I've learned that I need to forget all of those messages. I need to make up my own messages, my own rules, so that I can be who I truly am and live the life that makes me happy. 7, I am making a difference. Sometimes it feels like we're talking to the void and we're not making any difference at all because maybe we don't see it. But I have had a few people come up to me and mention that what I'm doing is making a difference to them. I have held on so tight to those comments because that's what keeps me going. I'm doing this for other people, and it's so nice to know that it's reaching other people. It may not feel like I'm making a difference, but I am, and I'm seeing the result of that, and I'm making the biggest difference for myself. I'm living a life that makes me happy and fulfilled, and that means more than anything. 8, going after your dream means you're still gonna do things you don't want to do. That's right. There's even things in following after your dreams that you're not gonna wanna do. The hard, yucky, adulting things of starting a business, learning how to do taxes, budgeting, all the boring, not fun stuff. You can, at some point, hire other people to help you with that, but there's a lot of things I still have to do that I don't want to do. I still have to do food delivery just to pay my bills, even though I would like to just make money off my creativity. Maybe at some point I will, but in the meantime, still just gotta do those tough things that I don't want to do. But it gets me closer to all the things that I would much rather do. 9, not giving up is the biggest key to success, and consistency is the secret sauce. What I've learned from people that I've seen who have found success is the reason they're successful is pretty much just because they haven't given up. I think people who have big dreams give in to the self-doubt, feeling like they can't get there. But if you just keep going and you keep persevering, then you will get there. Maybe you'll get to a slightly different place than you thought, but you'll still find yourself in the world of success. And consistency is the secret sauce, because you have to make a consistent effort to grow in your skills, pursue what you love, be consistent in practicing and growing the skills for doing the things you love. And sure, maybe you can't be as consistent as you'd like right now, but if you just try for today and then try again tomorrow, eventually your consistency will grow and strengthen, and you'll be able to be more consistent, but it just starts with one day at a time. 10. It doesn't matter how slow your progress is, it's still progress. I know this all too well, and it feels like I am moving at a snail's pace to progress and make it to the milestones that I want to make it to. It is taking me
Forever.
and that can be really disheartening. But what I have to remind myself is I am still making progress. Even though it's so slow, it's more progress than I've made before. So I'm still moving forward. I might just go at a slower pace than other people, and that's okay. I need to just work with my process, and I'll get there eventually. I just have to keep going. 11. I can be whoever I want to be. This year has been really fun, as I feel like I've been stepping into more of myself and who I really am. The me that I've kind of shoved down for so many years, and I've been afraid to just let out and let the world see. I've been sharing my life, my art, and exploring what I can do creatively. I've given myself permission to explore and see what I am capable of. So I've been playing with art. I've been playing with what I wear and makeup in a way that I haven't done before. And I've just been giving myself permission to play and have fun, and it doesn't matter if it looks ridiculous to someone else. If I'm feeling good in it, then I'm being true to myself, and that's what matters. I've tried to fit in for so long, masking and being a chameleon, but I don't have to do that anymore. I can just be me. I can stand out. I can be unique. I can decide now who I want to be and be that future version of myself now. 12. I cannot have the same routine every single day, even though I desperately need routine. I have tried to have the same routine every single day because I realize that structure and routine is really important for me to function. So knowing that I can't do the same thing every day, I've learned to come up with options for routines. So that way it's still flexible for what I need from day to day, because that always varies. Now I have options and tools to start my day out with positivity and self-care. So that way every day I'm starting with self-care, even though it might technically be a different routine from day to day. That has been very helpful for me. 13. I cannot work according to a clock. I just cannot. It really hinders my process, again, because I'm a slow mover, and I need time, I need to process, I need to sit with things, I need to ruminate and work with projects to see where I can take it. And if I'm really going to give it my all, I have to leave time and space for that. I cannot say,
Okay, time's a-clicking, let's get a moving.
because then I won't get as much out of the things I'm working on. 14. The teacher in me lives on. It's funny because I became a teacher because I wanted to help other people and give them love and acceptance like I felt I didn't necessarily have growing up. And now that I'm following my creative passions, I feel like I had to put the teacher side of me aside. But actually, she just keeps popping up, and I really feel like being a teacher is a part of me, and I can do both. I can foster my own creativity and help teach other people how to do the same. I'm hoping that I can learn how to use both of my powers and combine them into a superpower. 15. I want to start running again. Yep, I am going to be choosing to run. Running was a really good outlet for me when I was a kid. It really helped get the stress out of my body, and I have not run for a very long time. I've done it maybe a few times in a few years. It is not the most fun activity, but I'm really feeling my body tell me
We need to start running again because the stress that stays in your body is not helpful.
so we need to get it out, and yoga is great. It's a great way to do it, but I need to raise that heart rate, get my body moving. I am 37 years old and my body hurts more than it's ever hurt before, and it's cracking and uncomfortable, and that's not good because I'm only 37, and if I want to make it 90 more years on this earth, I'm gonna have to try a little harder. 16. The best gifts I could ever receive are letters in the mail or books. Getting letters in the mail is like a lost art. I want to bring it back. Let's have letters in the mail revival. It's so sweet when you get something in the mail. It just warms my heart and really lets me know that someone really took time to think about me and do something special for me. So I want to return the favor for others as well. Books, oh my goodness. I love reading so much. I read all the time, and if someone gets me a book,
Because also, like, you can never buy enough books. I feel like there's always books that I want.
and if someone buys me a book, it just feels so special because books can be expensive and I could go bankrupt buying all the books that I want. 17. My mom is a writer as well. It's been so fun to see her writing poetry. I never thought I would see the day where my mom became a poet. She has been writing the sweetest poems. I love hearing them. They are a treasure. I feel like I'm a writer more than anything. So the fact that now I can relate to my mom with writing is such a special thing for me. I feel like she can understand me in a whole new way, and I'm getting to understand her in a whole new way. She's getting to use her voice, and I can't wait for you guys to hear some of the things that she's written. 18. I love Taylor and Travis as a couple. Watching them and their love bloom over this past year has been so sweet. First of all, I'm already a Chiefs fan because Nick is all about them Chiefs because he's a Midwestern boy. And I already love Taylor Swift because, hello Taylor Swift, she's incredible and I love her music and her as a person. She's a really strong, creative, independent female. Seeing these two as a power couple, I just love it. I can't get enough. It just makes me smile so much, and I think she should get more screen time. Who cares? I think anyone that is against them, they're probably just missing some love in their life. So I hope that you people who are upset about it find more love, so that way you're not jealous of it. Let them live their life. Let them be happy. They've both gone through a lot of shit in their life, just like we have. And how special is it when you find the love of your life? Let them live their life. Okay. 19. I now love cold weather. Never thought I would say that. I'm a SoCal girl from Los Angeles. Sunshine is everything. I'm also a Leo, so give me that sunshine. But this year, my body has started to adjust, and I actually loved the cold weather this year. I felt so good. I felt warm enough. I just love being bundled up and cozy in blankets and sweaters. Yeah, I've changed my mind. I love the rain. I love the cold. Who would have thought? 20. How I want to invest in the people closest to me, even though they live far away. I've realized that finding your people is something really special, and I can't control the fact that they don't all live here. I wish they did. I wish we could hang out every single day, but I can't. The distance between us has been really hard for me, and I tend to push them away unknowingly because it's hard for me that they're far away. But now I've been learning how much I really need them because there's no one like them. I need them in my life. I need them to know how much I love and care about them. So I really am going to make more of an effort to show them how much I love them and care for them and keep that bond going, even though there's a lot of distance in between us. 21. I can finish what I started. I am seeing now as I am being consistent and I am not giving up. I'm going at my own pace that I am capable of finishing things that I start. It's taken me a long time to build up that skill, but by golly, I'm doing it. I'm finishing things I've started, and I'm just gonna keep finishing things that I started, so watch out. 22. I can dream bigger than even my biggest dreams. I thought, here's my biggest dreams. That's the ceiling. Oh man, if I can accomplish that. But now I've realized that I can dream even bigger than those dreams. Why can't I? Why can't I have everything that I long for? So now I'm learning to dream even bigger than I've ever dreamt before. 23. It is time to level up and challenge myself more than I ever have before. I feel like this next year is gonna be really big for me. It's asking me to step up more than I ever have, to step out of my comfort zone and accomplish more than I ever have before. I have so many creative projects that I'm excited about, that I'm beginning, that are gonna see the light of day. I really need to believe in myself and work really hard to accomplish these things because it's what I'm passionate about. So it's time to silence the self-doubt, silence the inner critic, and just follow after what I'm passionate about, follow my creativity, and wherever it takes me. Thank you so much for joining me and listening to the 23 things that I learned in 2023. I obviously learned so much more. I never stop learning, I feel. And I'm sure I'm gonna learn a lot more in this next year. I hope this was encouraging in some way for you. Cheers to 2024 and what we're gonna learn next. And I finally feel, Nathan, no barks. I learned a lot last year. I wanna share. Okay. Second video, back to back. I'm recording 2 videos today. Now I can do it. I just recorded a 45-minute video and now I have to focus again real quick. Here we go. It has to be short. Let's see. I want to see this.
Does this count?
Yep.
You have enough lights?
No, you gotta make it look nice and stuff. I got like 15 minutes. 10 minutes. I'll try to pretend you're not here, which is really hard for me to do, but it's fine. I was saying teacher and me was on. We had to choose between being teacher or creative. Oh, this is hard knowing someone's listening. I love you. I used to run a lot as a younger human, and 17. Is that 22? Was that 21? Okay, that was, no, that was 22.